As I promised in the previous video, today we will check different cheeses for naturalness. See the difference. Let's start. We will check 9 cheeses, which belongs to 5 types. There are cheddar 2 pieces, parmesan 2 pieces, Russian cheese 2 pieces, processed cheese 2 pieces, and 1 piece of Swiss cheese. Let's start. Here I have indicated the prices of these cheeses from different manufacturers for 1 kilogram. Let's compare the amount of protein in different cheeses. Conclusion: the smallest amount of protein is found in processed cheeses, the largest in Parmesan and Swiss. Now let's look at the composition. So, the composition of cheeses is natural. Almost everyone has calcium chloride as sealant, E509. It's considered a harmless additive. During pasteurization of milk, some of the calcium precipitates. Therefore, it is added for replacement in milk. Annatto dye is also found. This is a harmless dye that is made from a plant. Packing must be sealed. Now let's look at our packages. All packages are airtight. Unfortunately, I will not show Parmesan cheese, but there was also tight vacuum packaging. Russian cheese one has loose packaging. There is air in the layer. Before starting the test, let's open the cheeses. Checking the cheese for traces. Good cheeses should not leave marks on the knife when cutting. I have some of the cheeses already sliced, so I can't show clearly with all the examples. So, Russian cheese 1 left a barely noticeable mark. Russian cheese 2 left a light mark. Parmesan 1 left almost no trace. Parmesan 2 left nothing at all. By the way, it's very hard compared to Parmesan 1. Cheddar 1 didn't leave a trace. Cheddar 2, there is a small trace. Processed cheese 1, there is a trace. Processed cheese 2, there is a trace. Swiss, there is no trace. Only pieces of black pepper remained on the knife. Check in boiling water for the presence of vegetables, fats and palm oil. Now I will cut off a piece from each cheese and put it in the pan for 7-10 seconds. Good cheeses should stretch, but cheeses with vegetables oils should tear. Russian cheese 1 stretches very well. Russian cheese 2 is a little turn. Parmesan 1 stretches very well. Parmesan 2 is turn. Cheddar stretch great. Cheddar 2 melted into small pieces after 3 seconds. Processed cheese 1 turning. Processed cheese 2 is also turn. Swiss cheese crumbles. Also, when you buy hard cheeses, see that each cheese has holes. This is called drawing the cheese, and as a rule, cheese product and cheap cheeses don't have it. However, Parmesan cheese does not have holes. Now I will show you how to check if there is starch in the cheese or substances that retain moisture, since this allows you to increase the weight of the cheese. For the test, I will use iodine. If it turns dark, then the cheese contains starch or similar substances. So, as the iodine test showed, not a single cheese contains starch. We check the cheese for the presence of vegetables, fats and palm oil. To do this, roll the cheese into a ball. If the ball molds well, then these components are most likely present there. If it crumbles, then they are not. Russian cheese 1 is poorly molded. Russian cheese 2 is completely broken. Parmesan 1 breaks. Parmesan 2 breaks too. Cheddar 1 breaks. Cheddar 2 balled up. Processed cheese 1 molded. Processed cheese 2, molded into a ball. Swiss crumbled to pieces. Let's taste the cheese. It shouldn't squeak on your teeth. Russian cheese 1. Tastes delicate, salty, but pleasant, creamy. Doesn't squeak on teeth. Russian cheese 2. Despite the fact that it's more expensive than the first cheese, it creaks on the teeth. The taste is the same. Parmesan 1. Solid, doesn't creak. The taste is bright. Parmesan 2. I like the taste more than the previous one. Salty, doesn't squeak on teeth. Cheddar 1. There is no taste. Doesn't squeak on teeth. Cheddar 2. Bright taste, I like it. Doesn't squeak on teeth. Processed cheese 1. Pleasant taste, grinding teeth I check only on hard cheeses. Processed cheese 2. It cost 20 cents cheaper than the previous one, but very tasteless. Swiss. I tried it separately without pepper. Very nice bright taste. Doesn't squeak on teeth. Finally, we will set fire to the cheeses. Russian cheese 1. It just burns and that's it. Smells like burnt pork. Russian cheese 2. Cheese burns and turns black. Parmesan 1. The same reaction. Parmesan 2. Burns again. Cheddar 1. Burns. Cheddar 2. Burns again. Processed cheese 1 melts a little and burns. Processed cheese 2 has the same reaction. Swiss cheese burns. All subsequent cheeses had the same reaction. Preparing the video, I learned the information and found out that both natural cheeses, animal fats and cheese products made from palm oil, vegetable fats can burn. It is also possible to determine the presence of chemicals here by the flame of the degrees of combustion. The conclusion that if the cheese doesn't burn, then it is not natural is also not true. Wet cheese, for example, will not burn. Dry and dense cheese may also not burn. So guys, I'm done with cheese's taste for today, and now I want to show you my rating of cheeses. First up is Swiss cheese. I like it because it contains a lot of protein. It tastes good, it showed itself well in tests. In second place, it's Parmesan 2. It also has a high protein content, pleasant taste, good composition. Third place, Cheddar 2. After him, Russian cheese 1. Then Parmesan 1. After him, Cheddar 1. Then Russian cheese 2. After him, processed cheese 1. After the end, processed cheese 1. It has quite a chemical composition, violet, some tests tasteless. And I also want to add, do not buy sliced packaged cheeses, since shop usually repackage cheeses that are past their expiration date. They remove mold if any, and after that labels and expiration dates are reglued. Thank you all so much for watching. Your likes and subscription show me that you like my videos, and I want to keep making new videos for you with pleasure. Bye!